Salaki family, shalom, 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 shalom. Before I pull off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered at four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing in His word, Lord willing, that they all can continue in sound doctrine. Shalom to the Aquaf, the sister of His faith and His truth. Lord willing, that you all can continue to pursue your lot. And Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson through the power and spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. This is, kind of inspired by camp. Through the spirit, this is what I feel. This is what I came to the thought of. I'm leaving camp, leaving the site of camp now. Jake, you Israelites, you Black, Latino, Hispanics, Native Americans, scattered four corners of the earth. You got to know how lucky, how blessed you are. It's the kind of same lesson I did before, but we are a lucky, lucky nation to have Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for us. A lot of Jake cannot realize and understand how lucky, how valuable we are because of our Deuteronomy, the 29th chapter. Deuteronomy, verse 29. Israel, who is like unto thee, right? What nation is like unto thee? Who else is like you? O people, saved by Yahawah, thy excellence, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. Right? In the NLT, just the first line, it says, how blessed you are, O Israel, who is like you, a people saved by Yahawah. Who is like you, Yasharella? Who is like you? No nation is like you, man. You got, I don't know, y'all. They saying it's freezing. Y'all gonna probably have to. It's nothing I can really do. They saying it's freezing. It's nothing I can do. Y'all just gonna probably have to go and come back. Okay, cool. Like I said, we're redeemed because of Yahawashi, man. That's another example of showing, do you know how lucky you is? The Lord set up Yahawashi to bring you back unto Him, man. Wait, what the heck? Let me see something. Salaki family, I don't know why my phone acting the way it is. So what Yahawashi did for us, you got to understand how lucky you is. Jake, I'm speaking to you. Forget thinking about all the other nations, all the other people. Think about you for once. You Black, Latino, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The Lord's speaking about you. He's speaking to you. These words is for you. This is your comfort in the midst of the nation. This is your comfort while you getting afflicted, while you in captivity, man. Okay? The Lord set up Yahawashi to establish this new covenant, right? With you. Right? You go into let me go to Hebrews 8:8. Which is actually referenced in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter. Hebrews chapter 8, and I'm going to start at 7. It says, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So the northern and southern kingdom he's making a covenant with. Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, is giving you a future example of knowing that the southern northern kingdom is going to be in a dead estate. Jake, are you alive now? Do you have that quickening spirit? Right? That now that this word is life unto you, have you been made alive? And if you made alive, now you get to see you are a product of why you are lucky. Because without the spirit of the Lord, you're not going to understand none of this. You can go back to Chronicles. We can go into Wisdom of Solomon, the 9th chapter, start from verse 1. Paul said it. I mean, not Paul, Salaki. Solomon said it. Without thy wisdom, we are regarded as nothing. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 21, it tells you that the Spirit of the Lord will make the dumb eloquent. We are lucky, man. You lucky your ass didn't wake up and eat a mite. But even more, when we was just speaking about, the quickening spirit, we are lucky that we got the Rakakwadash, because what if you didn't? What if you was one of them? What if you was one of them that don't got the Rakakwadash? Huh? What if you was a Jake that didn't have the Rakakwadash, man? You would just be a nigga. You would just be of the world. We lucky, man. For those that's in this truth, those that's coming in this truth, you got to really understand how lucky you is, man. Going back to verses brothers was bringing out, we brought out St. John, the 15th chapter, verse 16, where Yahawashi said, I have chosen you, you didn't choose me. If you got chosen for this truth, you're lucky. You're lucky, man. Not lucky what the world say. Oh, I won the lotto, I'm lucky. No, not in that example. I'm just saying lucky as the example that, man, you got picked, man. Picked to get this. If you read it, if you trying to understand what's going on in the scriptures, right? You ordering your household the way that it's supposed to be in righteousness, right? You've been picked for this, man. Right? This is something to cherish, but this is something that, I'm chosen in slack. What the brothers is talking about, laboring. When you go to 2 Thessalonians, the 3rd chapter, verse 10, right? Those that don't work, they can't eat. You can't eat if you're not working. That's why while we in this thing, if you got children, you should be teaching your children Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, the ways of the Lord. Oh, let's have fun. Let's go in it. A lot of us will hurry up and do fun things with our children or even with our wives, but you would never initiate the ways of the Lord. But let me get another one. I ain't gonna make this too long. This is Luke chapter 22 in verse 29. It says, I appointed unto you a kingdom, as my Father have appointed unto me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? Speaking to the disciples. Right? When we started camp, the main objective was the mindset of the kingdom. But if you don't got understanding of the scriptures, if you don't understand Yahawashi, you don't understand the law being a schoolmaster, if you don't understand the fear of the Lord, how you gonna really have the kingdom in your mind? How can you have the kingdom in your mind if somebody didn't teach you or you ain't going to scriptures? It's very important, man. It's very important to find yourself in the scriptures of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Because he's saying 1 Chronicles, the 16th chapter, seek my face continually. Right? The face of the Lord is the doctrine. The face of the Lord is his wisdom, knowledge, and his understanding. What he said in Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 28. The Lord loveth a man that dwell with wisdom. So if you don't dwell with wisdom, you got to think, how do the Lord feel about you? The Lord loves a man that dwell with wisdom. First speaking about the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the teachers of his word. Going back to what brothers saying at camp. It's all with order. The Lord set up these men to feed the sheep. Because those men got the secrets. Right? Even if you're a woman or a man, right? The Lord could be dealing with you. But you got women that's dabbling and trying to teach the Bible, right? They over here saying 144,000 is women too. Now you had some of the truth, but now you going off over here. This shows that now those women need the men of the Lord to actually divide the word of truth so they can fully understand who actually is the 144,000. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed to know that the Lord set up men for the job. You know, like construction. It's certain men, and there's even women too, that actually have the skills for construction. They're set up to do that. They got the skills, plumbing, engineering, right? It's so many other jobs. You know, you got to have the skills for it. Just like being a teacher, right? Being an apostle, a prophet, you got to have the skill of being that teacher, right? The Lord sends these teachers that's of his own heart. If you're not of Yahawah's heart, you're not going to be sent out to teach. Hananiah was not of Yahawah's heart. What did Jeremiah tell Hananiah? The Lord didn't send you. You over here got these people believing in a lie. Now they're being rebellious unto me. You know what? The 7th month of this year, you're going to die. Right? If the Lord didn't send you, I'm just being honest, you're useless. You're useless. If the Lord didn't send you, you are useless. You ain't doing nothing for the ministry, but yes, you doing something for the left-hand side. Right? So let me bring out another one, man. We'll close. Lucky, man. Let me get this, because this is in Hebrews. But let's just go to Deuteronomy, because it's saying it there too. This is Deuteronomy chapter 8, and I'm going to start at 5. It says, "Thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so Yahawah thy power chasteneth thee. Therefore, thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahawah thy power to walk in his ways and to fear him." Right? And going with, when you cross-reference this verse, the Lord chastised those that he loved. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5. "And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahawah, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom Yahawah loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons." Right? Your sons, right? The Lord loved him that he chastised. Are you getting chastised by the Lord? Is you getting afflicted? Are you aware? Do you know it? Do you see it? Furthermore, we had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So even more, when we get chastised, right, what do? We start to learn our lesson. You tell your children don't do this, they do it, you afflict them, and then they start to not do the things that you tell them not to do. This is another reason why we come to serve the Lord in spirit and truth, because in the spirit is going to know what not to do. St. John 14:26, the spirit is going to teach you, the spirit is going to give you remembrance of all things. It's going to give you the remembrance of how not to move, what not to do, so that you can be presented to doing things that's pleasing unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. This is amazing. We are lucky. He gave you the blueprint on how to serve him. He gave you the cheat code. Do this. Do this. You know what? Believe in my son. Right? Think on his name. Confess his name. Think on the truth. We are lucky, man. Jake think they lucky. I won $1 million. Man, you lucky when you know who your power is, when you know his name. You lucky when you know who you is. You lucky when you actually know what's the end result. The kingdom, are you striving for it? We're lucky, man. Because in the end, we're going to rule all of this. All the nations is going to be in our hands, man. They're going to be subject unto us. Jake, you don't know how lucky, how blessed, how special, how different you are, man. Yes, you work in your job, but that's about, your royalty and you're brought low. Now you're experiencing living in hard circumstances, getting afflicted, working a damn job, and you sitting back, man, we supposed to be ruling the earth, but you working a job. You get the experience to work a job. Angels don't get that. They're working for the Lord. You get the experience suffering, paying rent, bills, right? Going to the doctor, and then your wife is all taking epidural, laying down. Got to get a birth certificate. They know where you at. Where are you going? This is all an experience. The Lord is allowing you to experience this little taste or whatever this shit is for something that's more glorious. This is all an experience for what? To sharpen you up. To know what's about to come is going to be greater than all of this. All this suffering was to mold you to a servant of obedience. It was to mold you. And he set this up for you so that you can learn a lesson. That you can be grateful. That you can cherish the terrible times and exalt the wonderful times. We're lucky, man. You're lucky. Right? Let me get that in Romans. That just made me think. Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. It's not compared. But you can sit back and be like, dang, with this whole walk, I learned a valuable lesson. All this shit gonna burn, but all of this is going to toughen me up. It's going to sharpen my faith. Right? Matthew 5 and 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Yo, in the world, I got, persecuted, get made fun of because of this and this and that. But now, when you go in the scriptures, just imagine, okay, you went through people talking about you this way, doing this and doing that, bullying you, da-da-da-da. But when they come in the truth, imagine being persecuted for the word. You already got an example of what it is in the world. But now in the truth, now it's going to hit you even different. Like, yo, I was getting made fun of. Oh, man, you super black, da-da-da. But now you come in the truth. Now you getting talked about because of this truth. You already got battle wounds of getting bullied, getting made fun of, this and this and that. But now you getting talked about because you serving Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You got experience. So now you should be able to overcome this speed bump. You're about to get persecuted for something great. which is teaching the word, the wisdom, knowledge of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Okay? This is Acts 20 and 24. But none of these things move me, neither count I my life dear unto myself, so that I might finish my course with joy in the ministry, which I have received of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to testify the gospel of the grace of the Most High. Right? If you know what you signed up, you want to finish this course in joy. Every day you want to the next day you want to take it head on. The next month, the next year, head on. But the whole process, every week, every month, every year, is to grow more in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, to grow, to be better, to mortify things. You want to grow. By the time Yahawashi come, is it going to be faithful on the earth? Are you going to be one of the ones that's counted worthy? Are you going to be one of the ones that's counted faithful? Are you using the tools? That's the end. That's the main point of being lucky. You have the tools to get right, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Right? This is only for a moment, but it's working for a far more exceeding and eternal glory. All of this is doing something way bigger for you, man. This light affliction, this affliction is making tougher spiritual flesh. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. We're working for the things that are eternal. Every day you want to look, it's just another stepping stone to get to there. Each day is another point of your destination to get to the kingdom. Your job is another point to, guess what? You work in a job, you're a manager, you're a regular employee, whatever it is. In a minute, you about to rule cities, about to rule states, about to rule a country. It's a level of learning, man. It's a level of learning, man. Come on, man. We got to overcome this. But we can't overcome it on our own. We need Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You need him. You need him. You know it's men and women out here that feel that they don't need Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And you don't want to be in that case. You don't want to be in that thought. You want to have, I need him. I need Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. I need him. We can't function. We can't move without Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. We can't be in order without him. This is another reason why we lucky. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is for us. Right? Let me slide over. Let me get the classic. I'm sorry. I'm just excited. I'm going to read this in the NLT. Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Listen to this message that Yahawah has spoken against you, O people of Israel and Judah, against the entire family I rescued from Egypt, from among all the families on the earth. I have been intimate with you alone. That is why I must punish you for all your sins. Even for the punishment, the Lord is intimate with us. We are lucky. He is intimate with us. We are lucky. You're lucky, man. Out of all the nations on the earth, we got to start getting back to cherishing the Lord dealing with us. I know a lot of you, Jake, want to save every other nation in this, but the Lord never made a verse that said that any nation is above all nations. Only Israel. That's something that the Lord don't change. Where's the verse where he said, you'll never be above all nations anymore? We failed. We became low. We became servants. Yeah. But that statement still stands. When all of this is done, you're going to understand what it truly means that the children of Israel is above all nations on earth. Because we're supposed to be at the top forever and ever. That was the main goal. But we fell under sin. We're lucky. The Lord really set up this ministry for us, man. Oh man, you gotta know how lucky and how blessed you is, man. You gotta know how lucky and how blessed you are. Right? The Lord even said, blessed is he that readeth. Blessed is he when that the Lord finds laboring. You know, the Lord wants you occupied in what he gave us. He wants you to use this. What we say in the verse, don't abuse the world, but use it. But the Lord wants you to use this truth. Use it. Isaiah, what is it? Isaiah 62, 6 and 7. Give the Lord no rest. He wants you to use his name. He wants you to call on him. He wants you to think about him. He wants you to meditate on him. Yahawashi wants you to need him. I need him. I need you, please. He wants you to need him. Do you really need me? Do you really want me? Do you really believe in me? Are you really thinking on me? What do you need? What do you want? Do you know that you're lucky? Do you believe you're lucky? Are you willing to go the distance? I'm gonna read this last one and then I'm gonna close out. This is Romans chapter 11 in verse 29. For the gifts and calling of the Most High are without repentance. In the NLT, for the Most High's gifts and his call can never be withdrawn. Once you Gentiles were rebels against the Most High, but when the people of Israel rebelled against him, the Most High was merciful to you instead. Now they are the rebels, and the Most High's mercy has come to you, so that they too will share in the Most High's mercy. For the Most High has imprisoned everyone in disobedience, so he could have mercy on everyone. Oh, how great are the Most High's riches and wisdom and knowledge. How impossible it is for us to understand his decisions and his ways. For who can know Yahawah's thoughts? Who knows enough to give him advice? Who has been given him so much that he needs to pay it back? For everything comes from him and exists by his power and his intent for his glory. All glory to him forever and ever. Yahawah has never changed his mind about Israel. He never did. He never has. Reading, let me go back up. Romans 11, starting at 27 in KJV. For this is my covenant unto them when I shall take away their sins. As concerning the gospel, they are enemies for your sake. But as touching the election, right, eklegay, right, the divine selection, they are beloved for the Father's sake. For the gifts and the calling of the Most High are without repentance. Are without repentance, right? Because Israel is truly blessed and fortunate. Chosen above all nation, given the law, redeemed by Yahawah, through Yahawashi's blood, promised an everlasting kingdom, corrected as beloved sons, and given understanding in the last days. Right? Bahasham set this up for us, man. Right? Salaki, I said that was the last one, but I have to bring this out. When you go to Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, in verse 9, it says, remember the days of old. Oh, Salaki, that's 7. You know what? I started at 7. It says, remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance, when he departed the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of Israel. For Yahawah's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. In the NLT, it says Jacob is his special possession. So not everyone belongs to Yahawah, but Israel does. That's something for us to really sit. Like, all your life, you didn't think you was nothing. You was meant to be nothing. That's in this world. But if you go further out, if you have a divine thought, what do I mean to the power that created us? You are his special possession. As a nation, But it fully hits you when you know you are the Lord's special possession, when you walking in his truth, when you living in his truth. Galatians 5 says if we live, if we live in the truth, if we live in the spirit, we should also walk in the spirit. Or it could be, if you walk in the spirit, you should live in the spirit. Got to know how lucky we is. And even if you know how lucky you is, are you giving back to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi? You know, in the world, somebody give to you is you giving back. You know, well, what they do in the bank, they loan you 20,000, then you gotta pay back interest. Are you paying back the interest? Think about it. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of great millstone who rule well and teach well through the spirit, and the mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, teaching this word and believing in this word. Lord willing, as a whole, you all continue in sound doctrine, and Lord willing, this was edifying through the power and spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Shalom, abba.